And this has really been a career year for you at the plate. It feels like you've really put it all together, offense and defense. Have you felt like there's been really changes for you at the field, on the field, or is it just sticking with the process and the work that you've done your whole career?
I think it's just sticking to my process, and I knew like at some point it's gonna go my way. God's so good, and so just keep trusting Him and everything I do. So I think just this year I've just been able to have the joy and the freeness that I have been able to up to plate, and so I'm just sticking to my process, taking it each time, and just figuring out ways I can get on base for the girls. I think that's what's helped me a lot this year.
How much does the opportunity tomorrow to be able to take a season series from your rivals who you've battled your entire career here, is that just exciting to be able a chance to do that in your senior year?
Yeah, I would love and to just put it to them my last time, end on a Oregon win would be good. So I just think it's exciting that I can do that rivalry one more time tomorrow. So I'm excited to put it on them at their home field too, just how they did to us.
To that point of you having a career year, you're one of a number of Ducks that seem like they're having a career year right now. And we've heard from a lot of them say how freed up they feel batting in this lineup, knowing that the pressure's not all on them, the next person kind of carry the weight. So from your perspective, as someone that's seen a lot of softball, played a lot of softball here, what's it been like hitting in this lineup? And do you get that same feeling freed up, knowing that 1 through 9, it is about as deep as it gets in the country?
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to trust on one or two girls to get it done, like maybe in years past. So when you're up to bat, if you don't get it done, like that maybe Riley or Kedri or whoever's behind me can get it done after. So we are really strong and deep, and I know that any girl that even is on the bench could literally go up there and get a base hit too. So I just think it's not even 1 through 9, it's 1 through 17 hitters, and I think that's something so special about this team. We prepare so hard and we work so hard, and so when we get out there, we just let our process and the hard work that we prepared all week just take over, and I think that's what you can see for all of us right now.
Got another freshman back this weekend, Emma, who was out for about a month and a half and seemed to hit the ground running pretty well, and she's one of a number of freshmen that have seemed to hit the ground running this week. From your perspective as someone that played pretty much right out the gate as a freshman, what's allowed them to be so successful, and how kind of impressed have you been seeing that success from them?
Yeah, I think we always just talk about like the game never knows your age. Like nobody knows how old you are, so just going out there and playing the game that you know how to since you're little. And I think that they've really embraced that. Since the first day they came on campus, I feel like this whole senior class and a lot of the older girls really just took them under their wing and really hope to teach them that it doesn't matter how old you are, and as long as you go out there and you put hard work in and you trust in the girls to the left and right of you, like you can do anything. So I think they just really bought into that, and it's cool to see Emma just really trusting her process. I know what it's like to get hurt, and I think she did a really good job at just embracing her role in that moment and sticking to what she can do, and I was really happy to see her back in the lineup and do the things that she can do.
Looking quickly beyond Oregon State, UCLA coming in this weekend, you guys have had a lot of success against ranked teams, top-tier teams this season. What do you attribute that to? Is there anything specifically that you'd point that to that's allowed you guys to come out victorious in so many of those matches, or is it just how has that kind of come to fruition for you guys?
Yeah, I think each game we're trying to find work, add value, and take strain. And I think those three things have been something consistent that we're doing every single weekend. And I think when you have something so consistent, it's easy to go into each game knowing that you have like a routine and thing that you want to get done each game. So when we can take strain, add value, and find work, those three things are just like a good formula for success for us right now. So we have a price tag operation, and we're ready to take it to UCLA, and I think that's what we're going to do. Oregon State, like that's our first game tomorrow, and then once we get to UCLA, that's what we're going to do.
Do you feel like just having wins over teams like Tennessee and teams like Florida State this year, does that give you just more confidence when you're hosting a team like UCLA, a top 10 matchup coming up?
Yeah, I think it definitely gives us confidence, but at the end of the day, it's always us against us. We try to go out there and not really worry about what the name is on the front of their jersey, because it's always what kind of softball Oregon softball can play. So I think that's something that we need to stick to this weekend, and that will help us be successful, is not really worry about so much the rankings or what UCLA is doing. When we get so caught up in what we're doing, I think that's when you see us really excel. And I think that's what happened at Tennessee. Like, we didn't really care what we were ranked or what they were ranked. We just stuck to our process and what we could do best, and I think that's when we get the big wins that you see for us.
How much do the crowds help you guys here at Jane Sanders?
Oh my gosh, so much. If we can get that crowd going for UCLA, it's going to be amazing. I always see my dad in the bob, so if you guys see him out there, really buy into it, because he really just wants to get us going, and the louder it is, the harder it's for them. I know going into any stadium, when their fans are against you, it's really hard to play. So we need you guys and we need to fill the Jane and just have all the energy this weekend.